Ladies and gentlemen, BlackRock Proton Spin Technology Board meeting, debenture share conversion, iShares, John, CC, Uncle Sikora, Lawrence D. Fink. I'm with a very, very coveted man. Would you go ahead and tell me your name, sir?
I'm Grant Liskey.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a dentist.
How did you meet me, sir?
I met David Pukta off of Craigslist looking for somebody that would fix my Mercedes. The Mercedes dealer gave me an estimate of $16,000 to fix my car. David came out with his Mercedes and his Mercedes computer, did an analysis on it, and told me that instead of needing a full set of injectors as well as glow plugs, he could just clean them instead of replacing everything, and gave me an estimate of $650. And he came out to my house the next week, cleaned everything, and got it working, and my car has worked ever since, and that was about 4 months ago.
Grant Liskey is debentured in Proton Spin Technology, A share, undilutable, for $680 million. He's also debentured in hydrogen injection systems for a $15,000 hydrogen injection fuel cell to go on his diesel Mercedes-Benz. Congratulations, sir. You're going to be number one Mercedes-Benz hydrogen injection system over the 10 years of Central Valley HHO hydrogen injection systems. Congratulations, sir. Okay? Now then, he's also debentured in ocean plasma water. He's got a lot of money in ocean plasma water, a lot of money in hydrogen injection systems, and he's also very curious about my presidential campaign that we're going to talk about, because we're going to be on TV in the Reagan National Library, Simi Valley, September 27th, where I announce my presidency to the world after receiving the Republican nomination hands down. So whoever shows up,
Okay, David,
let's go.
I don't
Okay.
want to get involved in politics.
We're not. I'm not a politician, sir.
Let's
I'm
quit
not
the
a politician.
political stuff.
I'm a policy man.
So let's stop here.
Right.
All right, we're done.
Thank you. Now let's talk about business. Thank you for being organic. This is an SEC fair market call. I'm not a registered stockbroker. iShares lead by John is. Okay, BlackRock is registered. I'm the shadow bank of BlackRock. Okay, the governing chair, one vote, FW, final word. Lawrence Fink is the conservator appointed by the Supreme Court. Sally Ann Scarpala as my conservator trust. Happens to be my godfather, happens to be my uncle, Lawrence Sikora Fink. Lawrence Douglas Sikora. I'm the Fink who bankrupt Countrywide. That's all you need to know, sir. You know the rest. Now let's get down to business. Okay, do me a big favor and let's just continue what we talked about so that I can write your notes. What does the paper say?
Sorry, I can't be there. However, this is an irrevocable trust for my wealth portfolio, my intellectual property
Portfolio. Dedicated.
Dedicated to the United States of America military, David Pukta,
Incorporated.
1988, sole survivor.
Right, FW. Okay, thank you, sir. This is going to be your notepad for the rest of the time, and this is going to be my notepad so that we don't commingle our conversations, and this is going to be about as organic as I possibly can so that I'm proving to the SEC that I'm not bribing you. Now then, I got to go over this so that everybody knows the synopsis and why I would do something as crazy as this. Okay? Proton Spin Technology, A share, undilutable, $680 million. This is why. On my trip to Washington, all my money was frauded and I had not $1 to my name. All my traveling expenses were locked up in my cards and I didn't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out of. Grant floated me from California $500. That $500 got me on the train, got me to DC. He saved my mother life. So he's now sits on the one. You sit on one of the most coveted government lab defense contractor boards that's ever been put together in proton spin technology. The only person that I can non-disclose to you is my vice president of my executive board that's over 187 CTO companies, like you see 187 CNH machine right here in Escondido, California. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you just get more of this, please?
This water?
Just iced tea with lemon.
Oh, okay. You want more?
Yeah.
One more.
Aren't they? I mean, aren't they like refills anyway?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a refill. Anyway, the machine shop CNH machine that you saw on video is one of 187 just like that, but they're all under NDA. I can't even tell you that I know them. Otherwise, you would know that I have an NDA with them. Okay, but you got one. That's all you need to know. The example.
Okay.
You're the example here for the SEC, so that I can get my registered stock certificate. That's what we're doing today. That's why this is so important, and I can turn your debenture and have it converted through iShares and get you your $680 million within 30 to 60 days. Are you cool with that?
Yes.
Me too. Thank you. Now then, hydrogen injection systems. Go ahead and write your notes. Can you remember how much the first debenture was that you gave me for that? I know what it is, but I want to make sure that you remember by memory. If you can't, that's fine.
Well, initially, I mean, I've given you about, well, the first three were like $2,500
Right,
for $7,500.
right. And that was in hydrogen injection systems.
Yes.
Right. You got $7,500 of the $15,000 for the fuel cell.
Right.
Because we're selling you a fuel cell for $15,000, but we're debenturing that $15,000 up against the inventory of the fuel cell. That's proper. And the basic bottom line is I have 3 years to pay you back legally, but we're trying to get it paid back as soon as we get the fuel cell done. So we put it in production at CNH Machine, and we video documented that so that you know your fuel cell and your debenture money has been spent right.
Another $2,500 when
The-
you were at my house.
The $2,500 was for ocean plasma water so that we can get the equipment that we got. I apologize at this moment, but this is what you got, brother. You got this. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. This is in the BlackRock tradition. When there's a black screen, that means I'm doing something surprise you. I got a surprise for you, brother. Wait till you see what's in my jacket. Give me 30 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna drop this on the video first. Okay, look at this. This is a man's wallet based on my waterfall. Grant, if you go to Wikipedia and securitization, you're gonna read the definition of waterfall. My account at that time in 07 when I stopped trade, I was 5.7 trillion strong in mortgage-backed securities with 8.5 billion cash remittance. The auditor and controller Rose of the United States auditor and Loretta Lundberg, of trustee for Bank of New York Mellon, the largest bank at that time, defined me as the waterfall. So it's now going to be called the waterfall economy, top-down economics, my Reagan tort, because I'm a Republican that doesn't have to say that I'm Democrat. I'm a liberal Republican that doesn't have to say that I'm Democratic. That's the statement. Now then, when you go to a bank, you go to get money. When you come to BlackRock Aladdin 4.0, you come to get a company. So we're going to support each other in a co-manufacturing contract that you're going to get later. It's 25 pages, takes me 40 hours to make one. But you got this ink is golden. You can take this ink and this video to the SEC, the Justice Department of BlackRock, get your money. If I die on the road right now to my next location, that's why I cross my T's and dot my I's. But I want to show the world this. They've already seen it, but I want you to see this is the label this is what your debenture got, bro. This is a shrink label, okay? Look at this. Is that not wicked? This is your souvenir, bro.
Thank you.
Look at that. Is that not some beautiful ink? Yeah. Feel it. Open it up. It's a tube that shrink wraps over the bottle.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh. Right. Is that not pretty? That's what your $2,500 got. That $2,500 turned into $65,000 order, brother. So you're gonna get that $2,500 back as soon as it goes to Amazon.
And the 2,500 went towards one share
Of ocean plasma water that's got a $50 trillion bond against it. Okay? So that share, write this down, brother. Write this down.
Yeah.
$34,000. I bumped you from 3,400 debentured share, guaranteed 90 days, to $34,000. You cool with that?
Yeah.
Now then, let's right here. He's got it on. He's inking it. Now then, let's talk about proton spin technology and hydrogen injection systems. Okay, what we're doing is you got one share of hydrogen injection systems, but we're leaving that share open because you could be worth somewhere in the neighborhood. Write it down. Put sums. Then just go ahead and write $340 million so that it's on the ink. Okay, everybody sees the ink. Now then, take my paper, and I got your paper. This is all I have to do, bro. Watch this. Okay? I can ink a country with this. Watch. F W final. Okay?
Well,
Now-
David Puckta.
And that's my signature. That's my initials. Okay? I'm going to do that in a second. He was doing a fiduciary and paying for the drinks. Okay. Thank you, sir. He'll be back in a second. And when he gets back, we got some things to talk about. So then, now then, the next screenshot, thank you, Blanca. The next screenshot is going to be a story because this is an intermission while he's taking a bathroom break to prepare his briefs. Because I think he just shit his pants. I love the element of surprise. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? So tonight, Tia Maria is going to be formed. And we're taking Tia Maria into Lady Tia Maria with a crystal bottle. Cut crystal bottle. Okay? Gold top. Purple shrink wrap label. Band. Just a band. Okay? On the crystal cut bottle with a relief around it for the label. For medical, organic, CBD. That's the next meeting tonight at the Paula Cafe, you see. Now then, 4th of July, my family disparages me. This is why we're getting married, Melania, on the 4th of July. Okay? Grant is back. I told a story. Don't worry about what it said. I'm going to tell a story to you.
There's no pin.
Here's a pin. Oh, he's... No, you go ahead. Okay, he got shit to do because he can't figure out how to even pay his bill. He's so fucking nervous. This is called a shivering grin. I love it. I love this Aladdin 4.0 where we can culture, nurture, iShares, BlackRock, Okay? Aladdin 4.0 is the culturing and nurturing of all the companies on Wall Street. We're going to take all the companies on Wall Street and we're going to bring them into 4.0 so we can manage their companies, whether they like it or not. We're going to double index NASDAQ, Dow, and the others. I guarantee you, I promise you, Mr. Fink. Who made who? You know what I mean? ACDC, Lawrence Fink, Blackstone Advisors, Mr. Puckta read Blackstone from 14 to 18 years old, Blackstone Law, proper persona, undefeated 9th District, State District, California, Federal District, California, and Supreme Court, Manhattan. So then, you're back in perfect time. Check this out. I'm at the Pachanga, 4th of July. The date, my family disparaged me, went to a party and left me alone. I had $100 in my pocket. Okay? Here's what happened. That was for a purpose. I did that on purpose to leave a watermark so that when you photograph or video or copy, that there's a watermark. Like a check. Because this is a check, my friend. So I'm at the Pachanga. So let's do this. I'm going to leave this here on mine. Okay? So you got a watermark. I'm at the Pachanga. They left me alone. They left me. I was stranded. I had $100 in my pocket. I was pissed off. I roll into the blackjack table. I took that $100, Grant. I played from 9 o'clock at night after the fireworks until 6 o'clock the next morning. I saw $60,000 to $80,000 roll through the table. But as I walked over the threshold of the casino, I looked up in the camera and I flipped off the camera and said, "Fuck you, I'm rolling." I rolled to the high roller table. I saw $60,000 to $80,000 being lost at the table because I was just cleaning the table for the Indians. Okay, there you go. You got a watermark. So I played that hand,
Well, here,
and
let's
I
quit
no.
recording.
We're not quitting recording. This is going to Supreme Court, sir.
Well,
This
we
is a
just-
serious.
let's just
We're
cover
done.
this.
Our paperwork's done. We're done. This is story time. You're done. You're funded. That's all it takes, man.
Okay, let's quit recording.
No, because I gotta finish my story. Now then, you're off camera now. It's audio in the Black Rock tradition. Nobody's known who I am for a spook for all these years, so that I don't get disparaged like Zuckerberg lost $31 billion because he made a wrong text. Warren Buffett shorted a stock, lost 86% of his wealth last week. The Space Cowboy is pretty much safe with Amazon. Bill Gates is under my control because I own 0.11 of Microsoft. So from 2016, don't worry about that. I got in on the ground floor.
So
Now then,
what are you doing with?
let me finish my story about Pachanga. So I go into the blackjack table and I win, right? And I left with $75 for playing that entire time. The pit boss was 8.5 hours overtime. He said, "I can't leave until you lose." The dealers, I went through the same dealers about 4 to 5 times rotation. I was just working it and not counting cards, just working the table, okay, to make the Indians money. That's all. That's the only reason I was there, is to clean the table and make the Indians money, okay. And then I walked out. My dad told me, he's a professional blackjack player. He's a professional blackjack player, okay, Tahoe, where I grew up. So he told me, my dad told me the rules. When you're winning and you cross the threshold of a casino, you break Lady Luck. David, go home, go to sleep. Do not go back to that casino. I warn you. I said, "Fine, Dad, I understand. I love you." I left the casino. I turned around in the parking lot. I came back, sat at the table. There was a bet on the table. I can't remember what the bet's called, but it's called a flush royal when you win. I lost the bet. My neighbor, because I passed. I should not have passed. I was weak. because I only had $75. The lady at the end of the table goes, "Hey, you're not helping me." I looked at her and said, "Look, I got $75. If I lose this money, you gonna give me gas money to go home?" She says, "No." I said, "Fuck you." The dealer comes over and says, "Lady, you better shut your mouth." The bet happens. Then my neighbor that I passed to, $13,000 win, brother. They locked down the table. All the security came. They counted everything. The cameras came, and they went, "Nobody has ever won a flush." I lost my lady luck. I'm not doing that with you again. This video is going to get recorded, it's going to get placed, and it's going to get sent online to the Supreme Court before I leave this table. Because if I die, this is a FW, final will. Now then, you asked me to do something. Third party validation. Just hold the camera. Don't push any buttons like Harold. And let me sign this as a understanding. No, keep it that way. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm nervous. Okay. Because this is real, sir. This is real ink. I've owned countries on less ink. Okay, I'm doing this because you saved my life, and you are final. Okay, now then, this meeting is adjourned on good luck, a dirty glass, and some love over a waterfall of appreciation for you, Twinkle Twinkle. Twinkle Twinkle is the nickname of Sally Ann Scarpala because I'm getting her a carbon fiber jet with parachutes, airbags, and bottom thrusters already being built so she can fly and never fall out of the sky. That's where Twinkle Twinkle comes from. Thank you. Then when I did something special, Grant, I appointed a 30-member board called the Magistrates of Ethics over the Supreme Court with Sally Ann Scarpala and Suzanne Adams as the criminal and civil judges overseeing the Supreme Court. I got Wavy Road overturned on policy. I got same-sex marriages overturned on policy. Undefeatable torts. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This meeting is over. This is called an A.S. F4 sign-off. Okay? Copyrighted to me because I'm not a PS. Thank you. David A. Pukta, Incorporated, 1988, DBA, BlackRock Inc., BlackRock Financial Inc., BlackRock 4.0 Inc. Thank you, Mr. Fink.